Smithers, I've done something magnificent.
Yes, sir. I'm here, Mr. Burns. What is it this time?
Remember our little project in Sector 7G? The one with the radioactive waste?
The experiments you've been conducting on the homeless? Sir, I've expressed my concerns about the legality of this.
Legality schmegality. We've made a breakthrough. A perfect duplicate. A complete carbon copy.
A duplicate? Of what exactly?
Of whom you mean Smithers. One of our employees. Someone who stumbled upon our little operation.
Oh dear. Who saw it? And what did you do to them?
That oaf, Homer Simpson. He wandered into the restricted area during his lunch break. Apparently, he was looking for the vending machine. Typical Simpson.
Homer Simpson saw the experiments. This could be disastrous for the company. And for you, sir.
Calm yourself, Smithers. I've handled it in the most elegant way possible.
What did you do to him?
I threw him into the vat, of course. The special radioacid mixture we've been developing. The one that's been showing such promising results.
You killed Homer Simpson? Sir, we'll be facing murder charges.
No, Smithers. That's the beauty of it. He's not dead. He's merely imprisoned in the sub-basement beneath Sector 7G, where no one will ever find him.
But if he's imprisoned, then people will notice he's missing. His family will report it. The authorities will investigate.
That's where the magnificence of my plan comes in. When I threw him into the vat, something extraordinary happened. A perfect duplicate emerged.
A duplicate? Of Homer?
Yes, Smithers. An exact physical copy, with all his memories and mannerisms. He looked a bit off at first. But after a while, he soon became usable. The duplicate is now at the Simpson home, playing the role of husband and father.
I don't understand. How is this possible?
Science, Smithers. Glorious science. The radiation has remarkable properties. It can replicate organic matter down to the cellular level, including brain patterns and memories.
Wow. But sir, is the duplicate stable?
Well, not exactly. The duplicate appears to be developing some, how shall I put it, unusual compulsions.
Such as?
According to my observations, the radiation seems to trigger certain primal instincts, heightened aggression, territorial behavior, and a particular craving for human flesh.
Human flesh? Sir, that's revolting.
Oh, calm down, Smithers. The duplicate will deteriorate within weeks, dying of radiation poisoning. But until then, he serves as the perfect cover-up.
And what happens when the duplicate dies? People will still wonder what happened to the real Homer.
By then, the duplicate will have committed enough atrocities that no one will mourn Homer Simpson. They'll be glad he's gone, and any investigation will focus on his crimes, not on us.
This is incredibly risky, sir. What if the family notices something's wrong?
The Simpson family notice something? Ha! That buffoon has worked for me for decades, and his family hasn't noticed he's slowly turning radioactive. I doubt they'll notice this.
I don't know, sir. A wife usually knows her husband.
Trust me, Smithers. This will work perfectly. And the best part, the duplicate seems to be developing a particular method for his victims.
Method?
He refers to them as flesh donuts. Apparently, he's storing them in one of the abandoned cooling towers. Rather fitting for Homer Simpson, don't you think?
This is too much, sir. Even for you.
Progress requires sacrifice, Smithers. And speaking of sacrifice, I need you to increase security around the sub-basement. We can't have the real Simpson escaping.
Yeah, sir. I'll take care of it. But I must express my deep concern about this plan.
Your concerns are noted, Smithers. And as usual, ignored. Now get to work. And remember, not a word to anyone.
Of course, Mr. Burns. My lips are sealed.
Excellent.
Has anyone else noticed something different about your father today?
You mean besides the usual primate? Dad's always weird, Mom.
What's different about him to you, Mom?
I don't know exactly, just little things. He didn't say dough once today, and he turned down a beer with dinner.
Whoa, that is out of character for him.
Maybe he's finally taking his health seriously. That could be a good thing, right?
Maybe, but he asked for his steak practically raw. He's never eaten his meat rare before. He said he wanted to taste the blood. Like this is what he wanted.
Gross, but also kind of metal.
That is icky. Did something happen at work or something?
I asked him about his day, but he just stared at me for a long time, then said same as always, and smiled, but it wasn't his normal smile. Got a quick pic of him doing it.
Maybe Mr. Burns finally broke him, or he got extra radiation poisoning.
Bart, that's not funny, but it could be stress-related. The power plant has been operating at higher capacity lately. According to the Springfield Shopper,
He's looking at photos of the family right now, like he's studying them. It's making me uncomfortable.
Try asking him about donuts. If he doesn't want one, then we know something's definitely wrong.
I just did. He said he's developing a taste for a different kind of donut. Whatever that means.
That's odd phrasing, even for Dad. Maybe he's trying a diet.
I don't think so. Now he's sniffing Maggie, like actually sniffing her. He said she smells tender.
Okay, that's creepy even by my standards.
Mom, maybe Dad should see Dr. Hibbert. This behavior could indicate a neurological issue.
I suggested that. He laughed and said doctors couldn't help what he's becoming. Does that make sense to either of you?
None of Dad's ramblings make sense.
It could be exposure to something at the plant. Radiation can cause behavioral changes.
I'm worried. He's gone to the garage now. Said he needs to prepare something special.
Probably just working on one of his dumb inventions. Remember the makeup gun?
Mom, I think we should keep an eye on him, just to be safe.
I will. I'm going to check on him now. I'll let you know what he's doing. Oh my, he's gone. The garage door is open, and your father is nowhere to be seen.
He probably went to Moe's. That's normal at least.
Without telling me, and he turned down beer earlier. So why would he go to a pub?
What time is it?
Almost 10 p.m.
Okay, yeah, good point. Did he take the car?
No, the car is still here. He must have walked somewhere.
Maybe he went to Krusty Burger for a midnight snack?
I think we should wait up for him. See where he went.
I'm calling his cell phone. No answer. It went straight to voicemail.
Don't worry, Mom. Dad always turns up. Usually covered in something gross, but he turns up.
I suppose you're right. I'm just worried. He's never acted quite like this before.
We'll keep an eye on him. If this behavior continues, we might need to intervene.
Okay. I'm going to stay up until he gets home. I'll let you know when he returns. Are you two still awake?
You betcha. It's our weekly midnight cigarette. What's up, Marge?
Is everything okay? You never text this late.
It's Homer. He's acting strange.
When is he not acting strange?
What did the fat oaf do now?
That's just it, though. He's not acting like himself at all. He disappeared a few hours ago, without saying anything. He's never done that before.
Sounds like an improvement if you ask me.
Maybe he finally developed some self-awareness and realized what a burden he is.
I'm serious. He was looking at family photos like he'd never seen them before, and he said some disturbing things about Maggie.
Disturbing how? If he hurt her, I swear.
No, nothing like that. He said she smelled tender. Who says that about a baby?
Yuck. Even for Homer, that's a huge ick.
When did this behavior start?
Just today. He came home from work different, like something happened there.
That nuclear plant. We've always said it would melt his brain eventually.
Assuming he had one to begin with.
Please, I need your help, not your criticisms.
Sorry, Marge. We're just worried about you.
Has he ever disappeared like this before?
Never without telling me where he's going, or at least making up an excuse. And he's not at Moe's. I already called.
Do you want us to come over? Stay with you until he gets back?
No, the kids are asleep now. I don't want to worry them. I just needed someone to talk to.
We're here for you, Marge. Always.
And if Homer is having some kind of breakdown, we'll help you through it.
Thank you.
Lenny? Lenny! Hello, need help! Trapped!
Homer, what's going on, buddy? You drunk again?
Not drunk, am in danger. Burns did something. I'm locked up in plant.
Yeah, sure, Homer. Burns always does something, doesn't he? Too many duffs at Moe's?
No! Listen! Burns threw me in a vat. Radioactive goop. Now I'm stuck in basement, sub-basement, under Sector 7G.
Uh-huh. And I'm the King of England. Get some sleep, Homer.
Not joking. Found old phone. Barely works. Signal weak. Battery almost dead. There's another me out there. Fake me!
Another you? Now I know you're wasted. Look, I gotta go. Drink some water and sleep it off.
Lenny, please! Not safe. Fake Homer dangerous. Tell Marge. Tell her I'm not me. The me at home, not real Homer.
Okay, Homer, sure thing. I'll tell Marge you're not you. That'll go over well. Good night, buddy. Joe Carl, Homer is wasted. He just told me there's a fake him out there and that he's trapped in the plant.
Whoa, that's a new level of drunk, even for Homer. What was he drinking?
No idea, lol.
Classic Homer. Remember when he thought aliens abducted him, and it was just the fumes from the cooling tower?
Yeah, lol. Though something's been off about him at work lately. He didn't fall asleep at his station once today, and he actually knew what the safety protocols were.
That's actually the concerning part. Homer not sleeping at work, but these texts are pure crazy talk.
I know. Should we be worried?
Nah, he's probably just having another Homer episode. He'll be back to normal tomorrow, drooling over donuts and napping at his console.
You're probably right. Still weird, though.
I'm starting to document your father's strange behaviors, just to keep track. 1. He came home at 3 a.m. last night and wouldn't say where he'd been.
Was he covered in nuclear waste again? That's usually a good indicator of his activities.
No, but his clothes smelled strange, like meat that's been left out too long.
Ew, did he say anything about it?
He just said he was preparing, wouldn't elaborate. 2, he's been staring at us during meals, not eating, just watching. Caught him doing it on film too.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's like he's studying us or something.
I caught him looking at me last night. While I was sleeping, I woke up and he was just standing in my doorway.
That's not like your father at all. 3, His eating habits have completely changed.
How so?
He asked for a 24-ounce steak for breakfast, raw. When I said I was making pancakes, he got angry, like genuinely angry. Not his normal tantrum.
Rejecting pancakes? Now that's definitely not Dad.
Has he been to work this week?
Yes, every day. But he started spending hours in the garage at night. When I ask what he's doing, he says it's a special project.
Oh, that reminds me. I found something in his workbench drawer. It's a whole notebook of these.
Oh my goodness, is that?
That looks like a person, shaped like a donut.
There's more too. There are instructions on the back too, about how to prepare them.
I feel sick. This isn't your father. Something's dead wrong.
Mom, I think we should call someone. Maybe Dr. Hibbert? Dad could be having a psychological break.
Let me try asking him about these first. I don't want to jump to conclusions. Homer, we need to talk.
About what, Marge? I'm busy. Important work stuff.
Bart found your notebook, the one with the drawings.
Drawings. Oh, those drawings. Nothing to worry about. Just some ideas for new donuts at work. Burns wants to diversify the plant cafeteria.
Homer? They look like people, turned into donuts.
Creative interpretation, Marge. Art is subjective. Don't worry your pretty little head about it.
Don't talk to me like that, you pig. You've never spoken to me that way before.
Sorry, hon. Just stressed. Big project at work. Need to finish preparing.
Preparing what?
The presentation for Burns. Very important. Could mean promotion.
Since when do you care about getting promoted?
People change, Marge. I'm evolving. Becoming more. Always becoming more.
You're scaring me, homie.
Don't be scared, Margie. I'm still me. Just better, hungrier.
For what?
Success. What else? I need to go back to work now. Don't disturb me. I need to concentrate.
Hiddly ho, neighborino. Hope I'm not disturbing you this fine evening.
Hi, Ned. What is it?
Well, I don't want to be a bother, but there have been some odd noises coming from your garage late at night for the past few evenings.
Okay. So, can you please elaborate a bit?
Well, it's hard to describe. Sort of a mechanical whirring, and sometimes what sounds like chopping, and Homer has been carrying large bags to and from your garage in the wee hours of the morning.
Bags? What kind of bags?
Large black duffel bags, the kind Rod and Todd use for church camp, but much larger, and there's something else.
Yes?
Well, I don't want to be rude, but there's been a smell coming from that direction. Rather unpleasant.
What kind of smell?
Well, my Bible study group visited a butcher shop once for charity work, and it smells like that, but worse, like the meat has been left out in the darn diddly sun.
Oh no. Have you seen Homer tonight?
As a matter of fact, I spotted him about an hour ago, loading something into a duffel bag and heading toward town. Is everything all right, Marge?
I don't know, Ned, but thank you for telling me.
Happy to help, neighborino. The Lord wants us to keep an eye out for each other. Just let me know if you need anything.
I will. Thanks again.
Mom, where'd you go? You're not home.
Oh, sorry, kids. I forgot to say. Your father left the house an hour ago with another duffel bag. I followed him a little way.
Major invasion of privacy move, Mom, but also totally justified in this case.
Where was he going?
Toward the power plant. I couldn't follow him any further without being seen.
What do you think is in the bag?
I try not to guess, to be honest. But Ned just told me he's been taking bags to and from the garage, and there's a horrible smell coming from there.
And what, we don't think it's just his silly experiments anymore?
I don't. The drawings, the behavior changes. Dad's never been this secretive before.
So what do we do?
I think we need to investigate. Bart, can you check the garage when he's not home? See what he's been working on?
On it, Mission Impossible style.
Mom, I'm worried. What if it's genuinely something serious? Like a brain tumor or exposure to radiation at the plant?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but we need to find out what's going on. Your father needs help, and I'm not going to let whatever this is destroy our family.
Operation What's Wrong with Homer is a go.
That's a terrible name for an operation.
Got anything better, Liz?
Operation Investigate Dad's concerning behavioral changes and potential mental health crisis.
Way too long. How about Operation Donut Man?
Based on those drawings, that's actually kind of fitting.
Children, please focus.
Sorry, Mom.
We'll help, Mom. We'll get to the bottom of this.
I hope so, because this really doesn't feel like your father at all. It feels like someone else entirely.
Lenny, it's me. The real Homer. I found a way to charge the phone by holding it against the electrical socket in the wall. Only works a little. Have to hold it just right.
Homer, come on. I know you're at home. Marge called looking for you earlier.
That's not me! Listen carefully. Burns created a duplicate of me. Threw me in radioactive vat in Sector 7G. Duplicate came out. Looks like me, but isn't me. I'm trapped in sub-basement. It's cold and dark. and there's rats down here. Please believe me.
Okay, this is getting old, Homer. If this is a prank, it's not funny.
Not a prank. The thing at home and work pretending to be me is dangerous. Burns said it's unstable, and it will deteriorate, but very dangerous until then.
Prove it. Prove you're the real Homer.
Ask me something only I would know. Something we never told anyone else.
Okay, what happened on our fishing trip last summer? The thing with the rowboat?
We flipped the boat when I saw a spider. You got your foot stuck in the mud. I panicked and threw our lunch at the spider. Then we had to walk back with no pants because they got covered in leeches. You made me swear never to tell Carl because he'd never let it go.
Oh my god. No one else knows about that. Homer, is that really you?
Yes! Please help me, Lenny. The duplicate doesn't know things from before the split, but it has my memories and looks just like me. Burns is making him pose as me to frame me.
Good god, that's horrific. But I believe you. What happened that day at the plant?
I heard noises from a restricted area. Found Burns literally experimenting on homeless people, using radiation to make duplicates. He saw me and pushed me into a vat. I passed out, woke up, locked in this room. Burns comes by sometimes, says duplicate is performing well, says it's getting hungrier.
Hungrier for what?
Didn't say, but I'm scared, Lenny. Scared for my family. That thing isn't me, but it's living with Marge and the kids.
Okay, I need to talk to Carl about this. We'll figure something out, buddy. Can you describe exactly where you are?
Cold room, concrete walls, one small window indoor, sub-level 3, under sector 7G. Need keycard to access. Burns and Smithers have them.
Hang in there, Homer. I'm gonna help you.
Hurry! Phone battery almost dead again. And I'm hungry. Burns only feeds me once a day.
We'll get you out.
Thank you. Tell Marge I love her. And the kids. And donuts. Real donuts, not whatever that thing is doing.
Carl, we have a situation about Homer.
The drunk texts? I thought we settled that?
No, man. I think he's telling the truth.
About being trapped in the plant? Come on, Lenny.
He knew about the fishing trip, Carl. The one with the leeches. That only the real Homer would know about.
Oh, damn. No way the Homer at work mentioned that.
No way. We swore never to talk about it. Plus, the Homer at work has been acting like a goddamn robot. No sleeping on the job. Knows all the protocols. Keeps staring at people.
Now that you mention it, I saw him in the cafeteria yesterday. He wasn't eating donuts. He was just watching people eat with this creepy-ass smile.
See? Real Homer says Burns made a duplicate after Homer caught him experimenting on homeless people.
That's so messed up, but honestly, not that surprising for Burns. What should we do?
We need to help the real Homer, but we also need to be careful. If Burns finds out we know.
We could end up in vats too. I'll check the plant schematics. See if there really is a sub-basement under Sector 7G.
Good idea. I'll try to keep the real Homer's phone charged somehow and watch the fake Homer.
Be careful, man, if this is real. We're dealing with some science fiction horror movie stuff.
I know, but it's Homer. We can't leave him down there.
Guys, I have news. I hacked into Dad's phone.
Lisa, that's an invasion of privacy.
Mom, we're way past that now. And what I found is disturbing.
What is it?
His search history. Human meat preservation. How to remove bones efficiently. Circular molds for meat.
Whoa.
There's more. Radiation poisoning symptoms. How long can duplicates survive? Keeping human meat fresh.
Oh my lord.
He's also been researching Springfield residents, looking up their routines where they live. And he has a notes file called Collection, with names and dates.
Can you see what names?
Hans Moleman, Kirk Van Houten, Gil Gunderson, all people who've gone missing recently.
Mom, Dad just left the house again. I'm going to follow him.
Bart, be careful. Don't let him see you.
Chill, Mom. I'm a professional. I'm sharing my location. He's heading toward the power plant, but not the main entrance, the back way through the woods.
Lisa, check if any of those missing people were found.
Checking news reports now? None of them have been found. The police have no leads. Wait, the dates on Dad's notes match exactly with his late-night disappearances.
This can't be happening. My Homer would never...
I don't think that is Dad, Mom. I think something happened to the real him. This might be someone or something else.
That would explain so much.
Guys, he's entering one of the abandoned cooling towers, the one that was decommissioned last year. I'm going closer.
Bart, no. It's too dangerous.
I'll be super careful. I promise. We need to see what's in there.
Bart, please. Just take photos from a safe distance.
If he sees you...
He won't. I'm El Bardo, remember? Stealth is my middle name.
I thought it was Jojo.
There's a side entrance. Sure, Kwame Minka. I can see inside a little... Holy crap.
Oh my goodness.
What is that?
It looks like some kind of messed up kitchen, but the worst part is the wall. That's Molman and Gill and the Van Houten guy. All the people who've been going missing.
I recognize all of them from the news reports. People who disappeared in the last 2 weeks.
The colored dots must be some kind of code. Red dots seem to be the ones who've already disappeared.
Guys, he's coming back this way. I need to hide!
Run, Bart!
I'm hidden. He's carrying something. It looks like... Oh my god, I think it's blood. Oh, wait, there's someone's intestine sticking out of the duffel bag.
Bart Simpson, You get back here right now. This is too dangerous.
Heading home now, but I got one last pick.
This confirms it. The disappearances, the behavior, the drawings, the searches. Whatever that thing is, it's not Dad.
But if that's not your father, then where is the real Homer?
I think we need to talk to someone at the plant. Someone who might know what happened.
What about Lenny or Carl? They work with Dad.
Good idea, Bart. I'll call Lenny tomorrow. For now, get home safely.
Almost there. Don't worry, he didn't see me.
Mom, I've been looking at Dad's texts too. He's been messaging Mr. Burns a lot about progress and deterioration.
What does that mean?
Not sure yet, but I think Mr. Burns knows exactly what's going on. And I think the real Dad might be in serious trouble.
If that monster has done something to my homie, I'll make him pay.
We need to make a plan. Figure out what happened to Dad and what that thing in our house really is.
And we need to be careful. If it realizes we know, we could be next.
Smithers, we have a problem.
What is it, sir?
Our little project with Simpson. There's been a complication.
What kind of complication?
The original Homer, the one locked in the sub-basement. He's been communicating with someone.
Communicating? How is that possible?
Our security system detected a cellular signal coming from sub-level 3. That oaf must have found a phone.
But we swept the room thoroughly. There shouldn't be any devices down there.
Well, there is one now, and I want it found and destroyed immediately.
Yes, sir. I'll handle it personally.
See that you do. We can't risk exposure, not when we're so close.
Sir, if I may ask, how is the duplicate performing?
That's the other issue. It's lasted much longer than anticipated, and it's developing interesting patterns.
Interesting how?
It seems to have fixated on a specific method for processing its victims. Something about flesh donuts. Quite creative, actually.
That's disturbing, sir.
Yes, but also a sign that it's becoming unstable, more independent, less bound by Simpson's original personality.
Is that dangerous?
Of course it's dangerous, you nincompoop. It's a radiation-warped duplicate with cannibalistic tendencies. But it's also predictable. As long as it stays focused on its donut project, we can control the situation.
And if it stops being predictable?
Then we terminate it, along with the original, and claim workplace accident.
Sir, this has gone too far. People are disappearing. The authorities will eventually investigate.
Let them. By the time they piece anything together, the duplicate will be dead from radiation poisoning. The original will meet with an unfortunate accident, and all evidence will point to Homer Simpson, the cannibalistic murderer who worked at my plant before tragically dying.
And if they find the sub-basement?
They won't. After this is over, we'll seal it completely. Now stop asking questions, and find that phone!
Yes, sir. Right away. Dr. Hibbert, I have a confidential question regarding radiation exposure.
Mr. Smithers, of course I'm happy to help. Is this for a plant employee?
Yes, and for our safety protocols. I need information on radiation poisoning symptoms, specifically from prolonged exposure to nuclear waste.
That's quite serious. Symptoms would include nausea, vomiting, headache, fever, hair loss, skin burns, weakened immune system. But there are also neurological effects.
Neurological? What kind of effects?
Depends on the exposure level, but we often see personality changes, aggression, paranoia, confusion, disturbing new behavioral patterns, and in severe cases, complete psychological breaks.
And what about duplicates?
Duplicates? I don't follow.
Hypothetically, if radiation created a duplicate of a person, how long would it survive?
Mr. Smithers, this is a highly unusual question, and scientifically impossible.
Yes, of course. Just a theoretical scenario for safety training.
Well, theoretically speaking, such a being would be fundamentally unstable. Cellular degradation would begin immediately. The body would fight itself, leading to system failure within weeks. Not sure if you've seen the movie called The Substance, but that shows the general gist of it. This is the duplicate one day after separation. This is the duplicate just 2 weeks afterwards.
Jesus H. Christ. And before system failure, what behaviors might manifest?
Again, purely theoretically, the duplicate would likely experience extreme hunger, as cells rapidly divide and die, heightened aggression, obsessive behaviors, fixation on specific patterns or ideas.
Like turning people into donuts?
Excuse me, Mr. Smithers, what exactly is happening at the plant?
Nothing, just a hypothetical scenario. Thank you for your help, Doctor.
If there's been a radiation leak or exposure incident, I'm legally obligated to report it.
No incident, just updating our training materials. Thank you again. Good day.
Hey Marge, look, I don't want to alarm you, but I'm a bit concerned about Homer.
So are we. What have you seen?
Well, he's been acting different at the bar, not his usual self, you know?
I've noticed changes at home too. How is he acting at Moe's?
Well, for starters, he ain't drinking Duff anymore. Keeps ordering this foul concoction. Red wine mixed with raw beef juice. Calls it a meat shake.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, and that ain't the worst of it. He's been talking about these meat recipes, really detailed stuff about how to prepare human-shaped food. Freaked out my regulars so bad. Barney actually stopped drinking and left.
Oh my.
And then there's the staring. He just watches people, like he's sizing them up. I caught this on my security camera. Look at his eyes, Marge. That ain't the Homer we know.
No, it's not. Mo, we think something happened to the real Homer.
The real Homer? What are you saying?
It sounds crazy, but we think the man living in our house, the one coming to your bar, isn't Homer at all.
Holy moly, that would explain a lot, to be fair. Like why he didn't know our secret handshake yesterday, or why he asked where the bathroom was, when he's known that for 30 years.
Exactly. These little things that are off. We think it has something to do with the power plant.
Burns is involved? Now that I believe that old Vulture is capable of anything.
We're trying to figure out what happened and where the real Homer might be.
Count me in, Marge. I'll keep an eye on him when he comes in. Let you know what he says or does.
Thank you, Mo. But be careful. Don't let him know you suspect anything.
I've been a bartender for 40 years, Marge. Faking interest in weirdos is my specialty.
Marge, diddly ding dong do, I have news. After our last conversation, I felt a Christian duty to be vigilant, so I installed a security camera facing your driveway.
You did what?
For safety, not in a sensational voyeuristic way. And I captured something last night, something depraved.
Oh my goodness. Is that a body in there?
I don't want to speculate, but it certainly doesn't look like a neighborino's typical middle-of-the-night activity. The Lord teaches us not to judge, but also to protect the innocent.
Ned, I need a favor. Can you send me all the footage you have from the past 2 weeks?
Of course, Marge. I've already put it on a thumb drive. Rod can bring it over after Bible study.
Thank you. And Ned, please don't go anywhere near Homer. I don't think that's really him.
Excuse me?
It's complicated, but the man living in our house, we think he's some kind of imposter.
Well, jumpin' Jehoshaphat. That would explain the odd behavior, the strange sounds, the ungodly smell.
Just keep your distance, for you and your family's safety.
Consider it done diddly one. I'll pray for you, Marge.
Kids, I have more evidence. Mo says Homer has been acting up at the bar, and Ned caught this on camera last night.
That bundle. It's literally dripping with blood.
So fake dad is definitely kidnapping people and taking them to that cooling tower after doing something to them in the garage.
I think we need to go to the police.
Will they believe us? We're basically saying dad has been replaced by a duplicate.
Maybe we don't tell them everything. Just show them the evidence of the kidnappings.
Worth a shot. Chief Wiggum is dumb, but even he can't ignore photos of dad dragging bodies.
Chief Wiggum, I need to report something serious.
Well, hello there, Mrs. Simpson. What seems to be the problem?
I have evidence that my husband is involved in the recent disappearances.
Your husband, Homer Simpson? The guy who got stuck in the donut display at the Quickie Mart? That Homer Simpson?
I know how it sounds, but please look at these photos.
Looks like a guy carrying gym equipment, a messy kitchen, and the power plant where he works.
Chief, please. People are missing, and Homer has been acting like a menace. Threatening, violent.
Listen, Mrs. Simpson, sounds to me like you're having some marital problems. The missus and I went through a rough patch once. She thought I was a werewolf. Turned out I just needed to shave more often.
This isn't a marital problem. It's serious.
Without concrete evidence of a crime. All I'm seeing is a wife with some concerns about her husband's behavior. Have you tried couples counseling?
So you won't help?
Tell you what, I'll keep an eye out. But I can't arrest a man for carrying gym bags or having a messy kitchen. That's not how the law works, Mrs. Simpson.
I understand. Thank you for your time. That was useless. Chief Wiggum doesn't believe us.
Told you, the police in this town are worthless.
So what do we do now?
We need definitive proof, something they can't ignore.
I have an idea. We break into the cooling tower, take pictures of everything inside, then they'll have to believe us. Especially now that there are probably dead bodies in there.
Absolutely not. It's too dangerous.
What if we use technology? I have a drone in my science kit. We could fly it inside, record everything.
From a safe distance?
Exactly.
But the drone might not be able to get everywhere or open things. I think we need someone to go in.
No, I won't risk you children.
Mom, it's the only way. I can go in, Lisa can operate the drone. You can be our lookout.
We could set up in a van near the cooling tower. Use the drone as reconnaissance. Then if it's safe, Bart goes in.
This is incredibly dangerous. If that thing catches you...
It won't, and we need to find Dad. The real Dad.
Mom, we don't have a choice. The police won't help, and people are disappearing, maybe dying.
Then when would we do this?
Tomorrow night. Fake Dad always goes to the tower on Tuesdays. According to his schedule, I found.
If we're going to do this, we need more help. Someone who knows the plant.
What about Lenny and Carl?
Good idea. And we should talk to them separately, away from Fake Dad.
I'll contact Lenny tomorrow. For now, we need to act normal. Don't let fake Homer suspect anything.
Roger that.
We're professionals now. Operation Cooling Tower is a go.
I still don't like this, but if the real Homer is out there somewhere, we need to find him before it's too late.
Lenny, my phone is dying. Battery at 15% and getting worse. Can't charge it anymore. Socket's sparking too much.
Homer, tell me quickly. Exact location. Details. Anything that will help us find you.
Sub-basement 3, underneath Sector 7G. Old filing room converted. Steel door with keypad. Code is Burns' birthday.
Got it. Any guards? Security cameras?
Smithers checks twice daily. Camera in corner of hall. Can see it through door slot, but blind spot near pipes.
Good Lord, Homer. We'll get you out. Carl's mapping the old sections now.
Burns coming. Must hide phone. Battery just dropped to 10%.
Stay strong for us, man. Oh, and Homer. We know about the duplicate.
Duplicate dangerous. Burns said it's making donuts out of people.
We know. Your family is investigating too.
No! Keep them away. Too dangerous. Don't let them near it.
We'll protect them. Just hang in there. We're coming. Carl, got more info. And it's bad.
Holy crap, is that Homer?
The real one, yeah. Burns has him locked in a converted filing room, sub-basement 3, under Sector 7G.
I didn't even know there was a sub-basement 3.
It's not on the current schematics, but I found these in the archives. There's an old maintenance elevator behind the boiler room. Takes you down to the lower levels.
Security?
Camera in the hallway, but Homer says there's a blind spot by the pipes, and Smithers only checks twice a day.
What about the duplicate? Should we try to take it out too?
Homer says it's dangerous. Apparently it's making donuts out of people, which explains the disappearances.
Jesus Christ, so what's the plan?
We need to get Homer out first, then deal with the duplicate. Door has a keypad. Code is 0425, Burns' birthday.
Narcissistic even in his security codes. When do we move?
Tonight, after shift change. Less people around?
I'll get the equipment. Bolt cutters, flashlights, first aid kit for Homer.
Good. Also, the Simpsons are investigating too. They suspect something's wrong with Homer.
Have they contacted you?
Not yet, but Homer says we need to keep them away.
Agreed. Maybe we should reach out. Warn them to lay low.
After shift. Let's focus on the rescue first. Homer's phone is almost dead. We may lose contact any minute.
Got it. Operation Free Homer is a go.
Mom, we're in position. Park the van 100 yards from the cooling tower.
Drone is ready. Testing controls now.
I still don't like this. Be extremely careful.
Launching drone.
There's a side entrance. No locks, just a heavy door. I can handle it.
Drone entering through upper vent. First floor is clear. Hang on, actually. Oh my god.
More blood, I see.
Yep, and those are industrial meat processing tools. Sending drone deeper.
I'm going in now. Stay on comms.
Bart, be careful. If you see anything suspicious, get out immediately.
Copy that. I'm inside. It smells horrible in here.
Drone moving to second level. There's something here.
Oh my god, are those...
Human remains, formed into donut shapes. There must be dozens of them.
I found a journal. It's in Dad's handwriting, but it's cannibalistic as expected.
What does it say?
Day 14, hunger growing. Regular food no longer satisfies. Only flesh donuts ease the pain. Burns says I'm deteriorating, but I feel stronger, more focused. The recipes are perfecting. There's more. Day 18, Burns says I have maybe a week left. Radiation poisoning inevitable. But before I go, I will complete my masterpiece. The final feast. All my beauties consumed in one glorious night. My flesh donuts. My salvation.
Bart, check the northwest corner. Drone's showing something there.
On it, it's a family wall. Too suspicious, save for last, written on most of them. Only Maggie isn't crossed out. Perfect ingredient written beneath her photo.
That's sicko.
Drone capturing final evidence. There's a calendar. The final feast is marked for... it says tomorrow night.
Found notes about Dad, too. Original must die when I do. Burns says we're connected. When one dies, so does the other.
This means the real Homer is alive, but we need to find him quickly.
Marge, coming home early, feeling hungry, very hungry, need family dinner tonight?
Oh, that's nice, homie. But I haven't prepared anything.
No need. I have plans. Special surprise for my special family.
What kind of surprise?
Something delicious. You'll see. Where are the kids?
Out with friends. Why do you ask?
Just want everyone home. Need you all together. Family time. Important.
When will you be home?
30 minutes. Need to get ingredients. Special recipe.
Okay. See you soon, homie. Emergency. He's coming home early. Says he's hungry and has a special surprise. Get out now!
Crap. Heading out the side door.
Recalling drone. I've captured everything. We have all the evidence.
Hurry! He'll be home in 30 minutes.
Running back to the van.
Drone landed. Packing up.
Heading to you, Lisa.
Get home as fast as you can, but before him. If he arrives and you're not here, he'll know we've found him out.
So what do we do with the evidence?
Send copies to my phone and Lenny's. I'll text Chief Wiggum again. He can't ignore this.
Mom, what if the fake Homer knows? What if he suspects we've been investigating?
Then we need to pretend everything is normal, just for tonight, until we can rescue the real Homer.
How are we supposed to act normal around a cannibal wearing Dad's face?
Just for one night. Please, your lives depend on it.
We'll try, Mom, but that journal said tomorrow is the final feast.
We'll rescue the real Homer before then. Call Lenny as soon as you're home.
Wait! I just found the connection. When one Homer dies, so does the other. That's why we can't just kill the fake one. We need to save the real Dad first.
Exactly. We need to find where he's being kept.
The journal mentioned Burns. Said he created the duplicate, so Dad must be at the plant somewhere.
We'll figure it out. Just get home, now. Lenny, we need to talk about Homer.
Mrs. Simpson, I was just about to contact you, actually.
You know something, don't you?
Yes, the real Homer contacted me. He's being held prisoner at the plant.
I knew it. Where exactly?
Sub-basement 3, under Sector 7G. Burns created a duplicate of him. The thing living with you isn't Homer.
We know. We've been investigating. The kids just found his collection at the cooling tower.
Jesus, the kids were there?
They're safe now, but they found evidence. The duplicate is planning something called a final feast tomorrow, where he'll consume his victims.
We need to move fast. Carl and I are planning to rescue Homer tonight, after shift change.
We'll help.
No, it's too dangerous. The duplicate could realize something's up.
He's already acting suspicious, coming home early, asking where the kids are.
Keep your family safe. Act normal. We'll get the real Homer. Then we can deal with the duplicate.
Lenny, there's something else. According to the duplicate's journal, if one Homer dies, so does the other. They're connected somehow.
That complicates things. We can't just eliminate the duplicate. We need to contain it.
Exactly.
Lenny, I have a charger now. Smithers just brought it down for me. I can communicate properly again.
Homer, this is amazing. Smithers is helping?
Kind of. He gave me a charger, said he has limits. Even he's disturbed by what's happening.
So, you know about the duplicate and what it's doing?
Yes. Burns comes down here to gloat. He told me everything. How they experimented on homeless people, how I stumbled onto it, how he created a duplicate of me.
That bastard. Well, either way, we're planning to get you out tonight. Me and Carl. And now Mo, too. He just joined us.
Oh, thank God. I miss donuts. Real donuts, not whatever that thing is making.
Speaking of that, your family found evidence. The duplicate is planning something called a final feast tomorrow night.
Burns mentioned that. Said the duplicate is deteriorating. Won't survive much longer, but it wants to go out with a bang.
Homer, there's something else you should know. According to your family, the duplicate wrote that if it dies, you might die too.
Smithers just told me the same thing. Burns did something. Connected our life forces somehow. So no one could just kill the duplicate and free me.
That complicates things. We can't just destroy it.
We need to contain it. Burns has a special cell designed for radiation experiments in the old wing. Could hold the duplicate until we figure out what to do.
Good idea. First, we get you out. Then we trap the duplicate.
How's my family? Are they safe?
They're incredibly afraid, but they're handling it, pretending everything is normal, while investigating.
Tell them I love them, and that I'm coming home. The real me.
Why don't you tell them yourself, now that you have power?
You're right. I should contact Marge. Let her know it's really me.
Do that. We'll finish planning the rescue. See you tonight, buddy. Carl Mo. Homer has a charger now. Smithers brought it to him.
Smithers is helping? That's surprising.
Never liked that brown noser, but glad he's doing something right for once.
He's not fully on our side, but he's not stopping us either.
So what's the plan?
Same as before. Access through the maintenance elevator. Sub-basement 3. Get Homer out.
And what about the fake Homer? The one turning people into donuts?
That's more complicated. Apparently they're connected. If the duplicate dies, the real Homer might die too.
Seriously? What kind of messed up science is Burns using?
So we can't just bash the duplicate's head in. That was my whole plan. I just made this bed all prepped and everything.
No, we need to contain it. Homer says there's a special cell in the old wing, designed for radiation containment.
I know that area. Security's minimal. We could lure the duplicate there.
Exactly. After we get the real Homer out.
How do we lure it? What does a cannibal Homer want?
According to what we know, more victims for its donuts.
That's disturbing, but still useful. We could pretend to be potential victims.
Let's decide the details tonight, after we rescue Homer. We'll meet at the plant at 11 p.m. South entrance. Bring flashlights, bolt cutters.
I'll bring my butt too, just in case.
No weapons. We can't risk hurting the duplicate. Remember, Homer's life is connected to it.
Fine, but I'm bringing my brass knuckles. Those don't kill, just maim.
This is completely insane. You know that, right? We're planning to rescue our friend from a nuclear plant, while his evil twin is out there eating people.
Welcome to Springfield. See you tonight.
Marge, it's me, the real me.
Homer, how do I know it's really you?
Ask me something only I would know. Something that happened before 2 weeks ago.
Where did we go on our anniversary last year? The real Homer would know this.
The parking lot behind Moe's. I set up a picnic, but it rained, so we sat in the car and listened to that Perry Como tape. I forgot the wine opener, so I pushed the cork into the bottle with my car key, and we drank it anyway.
Oh, homie, it is you.
Marge, I'm so sorry for everything that's happening. I never should have gone into that restricted area.
Shh. It's not your fault. We know about the duplicate and what it's been doing.
Is everyone safe? The kids?
We're all fine, for now. But the thing that looks like you, it's planning something tomorrow night. Something it calls the final feast.
Burns told me. He said the duplicate is dying. Radiation poisoning, but it wants to consume its victims first.
We found its collection in the cooling tower.
All those poor people. I can't believe this is happening. And it's wearing my face, doing these things as me.
We know it's not you. The real you would never hurt anyone.
Are you and the kids safe right now? Is the duplicate there?
It came home early, said it has a special surprise for the family.
Marge, grab a knife, but don't make it suspicious. Pretend everything is normal.
I already have one tucked into my trousers. The kids found something else in its journal. It says if the duplicate dies, then you die too. Is that true?
Burns says it is. He connected us somehow when he created the duplicate, so we can't just eliminate it.
We need to rescue you first, then contain it somehow.
Lenny, Carl, and Mo are planning to break me out tonight. Then we'll deal with the duplicate.
Yes, we're in contact with Lenny. We've shared all our evidence. We're going to fix this, homie.
I'm so sorry, Marge, for putting you through this.
Stop that. This isn't your fault. It's Burns. And we're going to make him pay.
I love you and the kids so much.
We love you too, the real you. And we're going to bring you home. Kids! I just talked to your father, the real Homer.
Really? You're sure it was him?
Positive. He knew things only the real Homer would know, from before the duplicate was created.
Whoa, is he okay?
He's alive. Smithers brought him a phone charger. He's in contact with Lenny. They're planning to rescue him tonight.
And the duplicate? Did he confirm they're connected?
Yes. If the duplicate dies, your father might die too. So we need to handle this carefully.
So what's our part in all this? Do we help with the rescue?
No! We all need to stay home, but keep separate across the house and texting just like we have been doing, and act normal around the duplicate. If it suspects anything...
We understand, Mom. We can pretend. For Dad's sake.
Yeah, I'll be on my best fake behavior.
Good. Once your father is safe, we can focus on containing the duplicate and making Burns pay for what he's done.
I've been thinking about that. If they're connected, maybe we can use that somehow to control the duplicate.
That's clever, Lisa. Let's talk to your father about it after the rescue.
Wait, I hear the garage door. It's coming back.
Remember, act normal. Our lives depend on it.
Got it.
Operation Pretend We're Not Terrified is a go.
Professor Frink, I need your scientific expertise. It's an emergency.
Lisa Simpson, what seems to be the Glavin-Flavin problem?
I'm sending you some disturbing information. Please keep this confidential, but we need help to deal with this bastard.
Great Glavin, what am I looking at here?
We believe Mr. Burns created a duplicate of my dad, using some kind of radioactive process. The duplicate is unstable and has mutated. It's been turning people into what it calls flesh donuts, too.
Hoiven Maven, that's dreadful, but theoretically possible. With the right radioactive formulation, let me analyze this.
Please hurry. The duplicate is planning something called a final feast, and we need to understand what we're dealing with.
Alrighty, this is my theory. The radiation appears to have created a physical copy, replicating your father's DNA and neural patterns, but with an inherently unstable cellular structure.
And the cannibalism?
Ah, that's the fascinating part. With the Glavin and the molecular deterioration, the duplicate cells are rapidly dying. It requires specific proteins to slow degradation, proteins found in human flesh, hence the compulsion to consume other humans.
Can it be stopped without killing it? The duplicate wrote that if it dies, our real dad dies too.
Yes, That's consistent with science. If they were created from the same source material, their atomic structures would be linked at the quantum level. Glavin!
So they are connected?
Almost certainly, but this connection could be exploited. A sedative that works on one should work on both, though at decreased potency due to quantum attenuation.
That's brilliant. We could sedate the duplicate without killing it.
I can formulate a compound based on the cellular structure shown in these images. But I must warn you, Lisa Simpson, as the duplicate's condition worsens, it will become increasingly unstable and dangerous, more aggressive, more desperate, more unpredictable.
We're planning to contain it tonight, while rescuing my real dad from the plant.
I'll send you the sedative formula immediately then. You should have all ingredients in a standard chemistry set. And Lisa?
Yes?
This creature is not your father, despite sharing his memories and appearance. It is a deteriorating radioactive entity with only one driving purpose: to consume.
Great news. Professor Frink confirmed everything and gave me a formula for a sedative that should work on the duplicate.
That's wonderful, Lisa. Can you make it?
Already working on it. I have everything I need in my chemistry set. It's based on common household ingredients.
How do we get the duplicate to take it? I doubt it'll just swallow pills.
We put it in food. According to Frink, the duplicate still needs to eat regularly, even though it craves human flesh.
It does keep eating my cooking, though it complains about the blandness.
So what's the plan? We drug its dinner, then what?
Once it's unconscious, Lenny, Carl, and Mo will have rescued the real dad. Then they can help us transport the duplicate back to the plant, to a special containment cell Dad mentioned.
And we need to get evidence on Burns to make him pay for all this.
I modified that old body camera we got last Christmas. Mom can wear it at dinner. Record everything the duplicate says.
Good thinking, Bart, but I'm worried. The duplicate invited several people to the cooling tower tonight for what it called a gathering.
We need to warn them. Who did it invite?
Ned, Patty, and Selma. Mo, people we've been talking to about its behavior.
That's not good. It must suspect something.
Let's text them all. Tell them not to go, but without explaining specifically why. We don't want to cause panic.
Good idea. I'll handle Ned and my sisters. Bart, you text Millhouse's dad.
On it.
I'll coordinate with Lenny. Make sure they're ready for tonight.
All right, team. Final briefing for tonight's rescue. Carl, you've got the plant schematics.
I do indeed. So, first off, we all need to take separate entrances to better our chances of getting to Homer. Our main goal is that at least one of us has to get to the maintenance elevator. It goes directly to sub-level 2. Then take the stairs to sub-level 3.
What about security? Burns has cameras everywhere.
Homer gave us the rotation schedule. There's a 10-minute window at shift change, 11:45 p.m. to 11:55 p.m. We move then.
Once we're in, keypad code to Homer's cell is 0409.
After we get Homer, we head to the old wing, where the containment cell is located.
And the family?Hat's their part?
Marge and the kids are preparing a sedative. They'll drug the duplicate at dinner. Then we'll pick it up and transport it to containment.
What if something goes wrong?
Emergency fallback. If we can't rescue Homer tonight, family aborts the sedation plan. Keeps pretending everything is normal. We try again tomorrow.
And if the duplicate gets violent?
Tranquilizer gun. I borrowed it from the zoo, but only as absolute last resort. Remember, if the duplicate dies...
Real Homer might die too. Got it.
This is the craziest thing we've ever done. And we once rode a nuclear submarine through the sewers.
For Homer, let's each take a separate position around the plant. Bring your equipment, and when one of us does get to the elevator, the others just need to find a room to take cover.
Smithers, you disappoint me.
Sir?
Don't play coy, you little twit. I reviewed the security footage. You gave Simpson a phone charger.
Mr. Burns,
No excuses. I trusted you, Smithers, and you betrayed that trust.
This has gone too far. People are dying. Innocent people.
Innocent. No one in this town is innocent. They're all just test subjects. Variables in my grand experiment.
And Homer Simpson? What about his family? His children?
Collateral damage. A small price for scientific advancement.
I won't let you continue this. I'm going to help them.
I'm afraid you won't be helping anyone. Turn around, Smithers.
What?
Turn around. Now. You should have remained loyal, Smithers. Now you'll become our next test subject. That concrete room should hold you until tomorrow, when we begin phase 2 of our experiments. Simpson, we have a problem.
What problem? I'm preparing for tomorrow. My collection is almost ready.
Smithers has betrayed us, and your family is suspicious. They've been investigating.
How do you know?
I've been monitoring their communications. They know what you are. They know about the cooling tower, and they're in contact with the original Homer.
It's still alive. You said it was dead.
A necessary deception to keep you focused on your task. But now we need to accelerate our timeline.
How?
Eliminate the family. Tonight, no witnesses, no evidence.
But my feast, my beautiful donuts.
The family first. They're the immediate threat. Then you can have your celebration with whatever remains.
I understand. They've betrayed me. Their own husband and father. They've chosen him over me. They will become the centerpiece of my creation.
Good. Leave no witnesses and destroy all evidence.
Yes, Mr. Burns. It'll be beautiful. Okay, finalized all security details with Lenny. You'll need these access codes. Main gate, 1527. Maintenance elevator, 3395. Sub-basement, 4209. Burn a hole through the security. Well, Burns' hole.
Perfect. We're a go for 11:30 p.m. How are you holding up?
Scared, but hopeful. Burns hasn't been down here today. I think he's distracted.
That's good for us. Your family is going to sedate the duplicate. Then we'll transport it to containment. We'll get you out of this, bud. Then figure out how to break the connection safely.
I can't wait to see Marge and the kids. The real me, not that monster.
Just a few more hours, buddy. Hang in there.
Change of plans, Marge. I'm bringing the party home instead.
What? What party?
Our special dinner. Just the family. I'm bringing the ingredients.
But I already prepared dinner.
We'll use both. Your food, my special ingredients. A perfect combination.
When will you be home?
30 minutes. Have the table set. Everyone present. No excuses.
Okay, homie. We'll be ready. Emergency! The duplicate is coming home now, with special ingredients. Change of plans from the cooling tower.
What? Why the change?
Does it suspect something?
I don't know, but it insists everyone be at dinner. No excuses.
Is the sedative ready? Can we still use it?
Yes, it's ready. I'll add it to whatever it brings.
I'll wear the body camera, since I'll be less suspicious.
We need to warn the rescue team. This changes everything.
I'll text Lenny. The duplicate will be here in 30 minutes. We need to be ready.
What if the sedative doesn't work?
Then we improvise, but whatever happens, we protect each other, and we get through this. Lenny, change of plans. The duplicate is coming home now, with special ingredients.
That's not good. Does it suspect something?
Possibly. It's insisting on a family dinner. Everyone present. It'll be here in 30 minutes.
We can move up our timeline, head to the plant now, but we won't have the window between security shifts.
We'll try to sedate it here, but I'm worried. It seems different, more aggressive.
Be extremely careful. Don't take any risks. If you feel threatened, get everyone out of the house.
I understand. How long until you can get Homer?
At least 2 hours now, with the change in plans.
We'll hold out as long as we can, but please hurry.
Everyone in position?
At the south entrance. Maintenance access is clear.
East side, near the cooling stations.
I'm at the north gate, moving in now. Remember, we need to reach that elevator. At least one of us has to make it.
On it.
Already proceeding.
I'm in. Passing security checkpoint. No guards in sight.
Good. I'm held up at the north entrance. More security than expected.
East side is clear, heading toward the Sector 5F now.
Made it to the elevator. Using code now.
Excellent. I'm redirecting. Taking the long way around.
Keep us posted.
Elevator working. Descending to sub-level 2. Found the stairwell. Going to sub-level 3. Gotta say though, it's dark down here. Smells like death too.
You can do this, Carl.
Got seen by a guard, hiding in a utility closet. We'll try moving again in a few minutes.
Almost at Homer's cell. Hang on. Holy crap, there are more cells down here.
More cells?
Yeah. As in other people in cells like Homer's. Oh god, I think I see Molman and others, all in various states.
Burns has been doing this to multiple people?
That sick bastard.
Some look like failed experiments. Duplicates that didn't quite form, right? It's a horror show down here.
Focus on Homer. We'll come back for the others, if we can.
Found his cell, using the keypad. I've got him!
Thank God!
Way to go, Carl.
Get him out of there. Head to the extraction point.
On our way. Alarm triggered. Lockdown initiated. All doors sealing.
What happened?
Don't know, but we're trapped in this corridor now. Heavy doors came down.
Same here. Locked in the utility closet now. Door mechanism engaged.
Burns must know. He's on to us.
Homer says Burns has a master control system. In his office, can lock down the entire facility.
I'm in the security room. Let me see if I can override it.
Hurry! Limited air down here.
Crap! The system's all locked with passwords. I'm trapped too. We need to warn the Simpsons.
If Burns knows about us, he might have told the duplicate.
Texting Marge now. Emergency, Marge. Burns triggered a lockdown. We're all trapped in the plant. We have the real Homer, but can't get out. Be very careful with the duplicate. It might know something's up.
Ned, are you there?
Howdy, neighborino. What can I diddly do for you?
I need you to listen carefully. The fake Homer is here for dinner, with special ingredients. I'm texting from the bathroom.
Fake Homer? So it really is an imposter?
Yes, and it's worse than we thought, Ned. It's physically deteriorating. Parts of its skin are falling off.
Sweet jumping Jehoshaphat.
There's this glowing radioactive interior, visible through the cracks, and it's behaving erratically.
Good gravy. Are the children safe?
For now, they're at the dinner table. I excused myself to the bathroom. The special ingredients it brought. They're human remains, Ned, in a cooler.
Lord have mercy. Call 911.
No time. And the police won't believe us. We tried already.
What does it want then?
It just explained everything. It's not just making donuts out of people. It's using them to replace its own failing body parts. It discovered it can sustain itself by incorporating fresh tissue.
That's the most diddly disturbing thing I've ever heard.
It gets worse, Ned. It's already consumed parts of several victims. It's like it has multiple personalities now. It slipped into Kirk Van Houten's voice when talking about divorce, then used Gil's catchphrases. It's absorbing their traits along with their flesh.
Oh, merciful heaven. What can I do to help?
The real Homer is still trapped at the plant. Our rescue team is locked down. I need to get back to the table before it gets suspicious. But I've set the sedative in its drink. If it works, I'll text you. If you don't hear from me in 30 minutes, call Chief Wiggum. Tell him everything.
I promise, Marge.
Thank you, Ned. I have to go now. Pray for us.
Update. Real Homer says there's an emergency override in Burns' office, under his desk.
I can't get to the office from here, though. All corridors are sealed.
Wait, the ventilation system. It might still be accessible.
Could you get through it?
Maybe if I can get out of this closet. There's a vent panel. Let me try. Got it. I'm in the vents. It's tight, but I can move.
Head for Burns' office. We need that override.
On my way. This is exactly like Die Hard, except I'm bolder than Bruce Willis.
How's the real Homer doing? He says he feels weird, like something's happening to the duplicate.
That's the connection. Stay with him. Keep him calm.
Will do.
Lisa Simpson, I've made a critical discovery about the duplicate.
Professor, I can't talk now. The duplicate is here. We're at dinner with it. It brought parts of people.
Glavin, that's disturbing, but listen, the clone entanglement is more complex than I realized.
What do you mean?
Harming the duplicate will harm your father. But the entanglement works both ways. Your real father could potentially control the duplicate.
Control it? How?
Through synchronized actions. If your father performs specific movements with strong intention, the duplicate may mirror them. It's quantum sympathetic resonance, with the Huyven and the Maven.
So if our real dad raises his right arm with enough conviction, the duplicate might too?
Precisely, but the connection is strongest when both entities are in similar states, similar emotional conditions, similar physical positions.
This could be our way out. If Dad could make the duplicate expose itself, or drop something, or even take the sedative willingly.
Exactly, but you must communicate this to your father quickly. The duplicate is deteriorating rapidly. Soon, the connection may be too corrupted to use.
I'll try to get this info to the rescue team. I need to get away from the table first. The duplicate is watching us all closely. I need to go. We'll update when I can.
Godspeed, Lisa. Glavin!
Lenny, are you still alive?
Lisa, yes, we're still alive but trapped. Mo is in the vents, heading for Burns' office.
Listen, Professor Frink made a discovery. Dad might be able to control the duplicate through the quantum entanglement.
How?
If Dad performs specific movements with intention, the duplicate might mirror them, like a quantum puppet.
Let me tell Carl, he's with your dad now. This could be huge.
The duplicate is deteriorating rapidly. Parts of its skin are falling off, revealing a glowing interior. And it's been consuming people to replace its failing parts.
Dear God, is your family safe?
For now. We're at dinner. Mom put sedative in its drink, but it hasn't taken it yet.
Hang in there. We'll get the real Homer out and help contain the duplicate.
Please hurry. I have to get back to the table before it notices I'm gone too long.
Carl, important update from Lisa. Homer might be able to control the duplicate through their quantum connection. If he performs actions with strong intention, the duplicate might mirror them.
That's incredible. I'll tell him right away.
Still crawling through these vents. Burns' office is in sight. I can see his chair.
The override is under his desk. Small red button behind a panel.
Got it. Almost there.
Homer's trying the connection now. He's focusing on making the duplicate drink the sedative, raising an imaginary glass.
Genius. Tell him to keep trying. Different actions if needed.
I'm at the vent above Burns' desk, removing the panel now. Be out in a second.
Careful, alarms might still be active.
Too late to worry about that. I'm dropping down, in the office, looking for the button.
Homer's starting to shake. Says he feels the duplicate's deterioration. It's painful.
Keep him focused. The connection might be our only chance.
Found the panel, opening it now. Got it. Found the button. Pressing now. Override activated. I hear doors opening.
Confirmed. Security door is raising. I'm out.
Same here. We're free. Homer and I are heading up.
Meet at the south exit. We'll get to the Simpson house as fast as possible.
On my way out. But there's something else in Burns' office. A file labeled Project Duplicate. Taking it with me. It's evidence.
Good thinking. Now get out of there.
Homer is still trying to control the duplicate. He thinks it's working. He felt a connection.
Tell him to keep trying.
Running to the exit now. We've got about 20 minutes to the Simpson house.
Homer says faster. That cannibal is with his family.
Security, this is Burns. Initiate Protocol Omega immediately. Destroy all files in Sector 7G. Erase all servers. No evidence must remain. Those peasants have escaped.
Heading toward town. Got more files from Burns' office. Full documentation of the experiments.
Good. Carl just turned us onto Evergreen Terrace. 5 minutes out. Homer is still trying to control the duplicate. Says he feels it working, but it's painful. Keep it up. It might be the family's only hope.
I called the Chief Wiggum again. Told him to meet us there. With the evidence we have now. He has to believe us.
Burns, we got multiple reports about your plant and human experimentation.
Preposterous. Who would make such outlandish claims?
Ned Flanders. And I just received photos from Mo Sislak of your Project Duplicate files.
Well, they're fabricated. I'm a respected businessman. You have no authority to investigate me.
Actually, I do. We found multiple missing persons in your sub-basement, some still alive. We're coming in, Burns, with a full tactical team and the FBI.
This is absurd. I'll have your badge for this, boy.
Save it for your lawyer, Burns. We have Smithers, too. He's talking.
Smithers would never betray me.
Looks like he already did, buddy.
Dad is almost here! I'm upstairs in the bathroom still, but I can see the real Dad. Lenny just called from the car. They're turning onto our street now.
Thank God. I've just gone to the garage to get Pepsi, but it looked like the sedative was working. The duplicate's getting drowsy.
I'm still in the kitchen and it's also falling apart more. Chunks of it are just dropping off.
Dad must be controlling it somehow. He's making it drunker like he gets. Scientist, man.
I hear cars outside.
That's definitely police sirens.
Can you get to the door, Mom?
I think so.
I'll watch the duplicate. Make sure it doesn't move.
I'm going to the door. They're here.
Professor Frink, they got Dad out. He's here, but the duplicate is deteriorating fast, while sedated.
We need to stabilize it immediately. If it dies completely, your father could die too.
What do we do?
I've prepared a containment chamber. At the Scientific Institute, it can maintain the duplicate's life functions without allowing further deterioration.
Can you bring it here?
Already en route. ETA 10 minutes. Keep the duplicate as stable as possible. Don't allow further deterioration.
The sedative seems to have slowed the decay, but it's still sloughing off pieces.
That's the cellular breakdown. My chamber will contain it and preserve the quantum link, keeping your father alive, while preventing further harm.
Thank you, Professor.
Science to the rescue, with the Glavin and the technology.
Update. I'm just outside talking with the police, but I can confirm that your father is home, the real Homer. The police and Professor Frink are putting the duplicate in a special chamber.
Is Dad okay?
Is he hurt?
He's weak but alive. Just hugged me. He's crying. Says he never thought he'd see us again.
I'm just grabbing all the pieces of the duplicate for evidence and then I'll be out too. We need to make sure they properly contain the duplicate. Their life forces are still connected.
Professor Frink knows what he's doing. He's got that weird science chamber thing. I'm with him now.
Chief Wiggum is taking statements. They arrested Burns. Found all the evidence.
Lenny and Carl are heroes. So is Mo.
And us too. We all helped save Dad.
I just want to know Dad's okay. Really okay.
He wants to see you both. Come outside.
On our way.
Coming!
All right, folks. I need statements from everyone for the Burns prosecution.
What are the charges?
Kidnapping, illegal human experimentation, attempted murder, and about 57 environmental violations.
I'll testify. I have records of everything. All his experiments, all the victims.
What about the other people from the sub-basement? The ones in the cells?
All being treated at Springfield General. Some were in bad shape, but Dr. Hibbert says they'll recover.
And the duplicate?
Safely contained at the Scientific Institute in a specialized chamber that will maintain its functions without allowing it to harm anyone else.
And me? Will I be okay?
You'll need regular treatments to maintain the quantum balance. But yes, you'll be fine, Mr. Simpson. As long as the duplicate remains stable, you will too.
That's all that matters. We have Homer back. The real Homer.
Well, this is the weirdest case I've ever handled. And that includes the time the baby shot Mr. Burns. But justice will be served. Burns won't see the outside of a cell for decades.
I'll make sure of that. I was blind before, but no more.
So it's really over?
It's over. Springfield can sleep safely tonight without worrying about cannibal duplicates or flesh donuts. Thank you all for your courage. Now I need those statements, one by one, starting with Homer.
I can't believe we actually pulled it off.
Me neither. Actual heroes. Never thought I'd say that about us.
How's Homer doing?
Still weak, but happy to be home. The treatments from Frink seem to be working.
And Burns?
Locked up. Bail denied. Smithers is testifying against him.
Good. After what that monster did, he deserves to rot in prison.
The best part? Homer's back. The real Homer. Our friend.
I'll drink to that. First a round on the house. When you all come by.
Homer said he'd never take Mose for granted again, after being locked up for so long.
He'll be back to complaining about the beer quality in no time.
And that's exactly how we want it. Normal again.
How are you feeling, homie, after your treatment? I'm on the way to the hospital as we speak.
Better. Still weak, but they say that will improve?
Professor Frink says you're stabilizing. The link with the duplicate is still there, but it's not hurting you anymore.
How are the kids?
Still processing, but they're resilient, and so happy to have you back.
I still feel guilty. That thing wore my face, did terrible things, hurt people.
That wasn't you, Homer. None of it was. We all know that.
Thank you for believing in me, for finding me, for saving me. Oh, and Marge?
Yes, Homer?
Can we have donuts for breakfast? Real donuts, the normal kind. From the store.
Jelly with sprinkles?
You know me so well.
We can pick them up on the way home.
Daily update on the duplicate specimen. Day 7 of containment.
How is it doing, Professor?
Physically stable. The chamber is working perfectly. Cellular deterioration completely halted, and your father's quantum readings are positive.
Is there any consciousness left in the duplicate?
Difficult to say with certainty, but we've detected brainwave activity. Very faint. Sometimes it spikes when we mention donuts or your father's name.
That's unsettling.
Not to worry, the containment is absolute. It cannot communicate, cannot move, cannot harm anyone.
Good. Dad had nightmares again last night about it.
The psychological trauma will take time to heal, but the physical danger is gone. We're learning so much from studying it about radiation, cellular structure.
Just one thing, Professor.
Yes?
Make sure it stays contained. Promise me?
On my scientific honor, this creature will never threaten your family again, or anyone else.
Thank you. That's all I needed to hear.